right, this is day 7 of me trading in my Apex funded account. Let me just kind of pull up where my account is. Lost a little bit of money today. I'm going to go over the trade that I took, but it wasn't too bad of a loss. This is what I lost today, right here. If you can see that, 135. 8:30 was the open. I'm looking for long setups because we are above the hourly 50 EMA, which is this pink line here. At that point, let me go ahead and turn off the VWAP and 50 EMA on the 3-minute. At that point, I'm now looking for a bear candle opening and closing above this light blue line here, which is my 10 EMA on the 3-minute. Now, I normally don't take trades right, just after the open. And a lot of times I'll wait for a whole hour to trade. I marked the 30-minute high and the 30-minute low for the opening range breakout. So just kind of watch price. Plus, I was a little bit busy today. To be honest with you, I probably should not have traded today at all because I knew I was going to be busy. I think this is the second time that I'm hearing myself say out loud, there's a day I knew I wasn't supposed to be trading because of just things I knew I had to do. So now I'm hearing myself say that out loud. This is not, I don't like hearing myself say certain things multiple times, especially since I'm recording it and people are going to be watching this and they're going to be like, well, when is she going to learn from certain mistakes? So I want to correct these mistakes as fast as possible. So I think I really want this to be the last time that I let myself do that. But regardless of that, my favorite YouTube channel went live called Real Life Trading, and Calvin Williams, who is the person who helped me with this strategy that we're even doing here, was live. And now I've realized we will pretty much look for the same things. Like I have practiced his strategy so much that we're pretty much gonna, I'm gonna be very in line with what he sees. After 9:30, this really nice bear reset candle pops up. Now, yes, I was thinking in line with him, but I'm gonna be honest, for today, I did not have the best of feelings on going long, but this is the setup, so I wanted to take it. Now, the big difference between, his trade and my trade is he had his entry right above the high of this bear candle. Okay, so he had it right there, and I think his stop was right here, right? I did not get in, so I kind of waited, right? I hesitated because again, I was a little I do see the setup, but I don't know if we're going to go and break this and continue going to our target, which he was going to go for a 1.3 R win. And then when this candle popped up with this big wick, I said, well, I'll get in above this wick. Now this is a very high entry and then I didn't like where his stop was. I think it was down here. Or no, I think I had it in the same area. I had an 80 point something stop. I don't know. It was below this or something. It was a little higher than his. Trade gets triggered in, and I was able to wait the 21-minute mark to move my stop to a 0.7 R loss. But what kind of sucks is with that stop move, I got stopped out. If I would have been able to wait for a little bit, I would have probably gotten out of this trade for either a small win or a smaller loss. But I really am practicing that 21-minute stop rule. I really want to practice it. So yeah, as we were in this trade, let me tell you what I was kind of thinking. First, I was kind of kicking myself because I was this entry was quite high, even though I realized what I was doing, and I do like to practice, putting my entry above certain levels, even when they're near a good setup, but this was really high. The stop wasn't too bad because I knew I was entering way higher than what usually you're supposed to enter in on these setups. But as this bear candle forms right here, I see the spike in volume, and I'm like, okay, if price comes up and takes out that high, I'll be a little bit more confident. But I was like, I really would like price to close above the high of this candle with all this volume. We did just a little bit, and again, by this time, this green line actually marks where I had to move my stop. So, of course, I wanted to kind of give it some more room, but we instantly, it's like a big fake out, basically is what happened. We came here and just turned around, and I got stopped out. And then by this time, we're seeing this trend line right here that, hasn't broken down. And so after we getting stopped out, I'm waiting for another bear candle opening and closing above that 10 EMA to get long above. I think I walked away or something and I didn't see this one. Oh no, I did see it, but so I had the trade kind of set up in place, I think, or at least set up. But when we got this candle right here, this is a bull candle opening and basically pretty much closing or right at the 10 EMA on the 3-minute. At that point, this trade's canceled, right? We needed a new, but actually, to be honest, if we would have just kept that trade, actually, it still would have been a losing one, but it worked out a little better because what we ended up doing was we ended up waiting for another bear candle to open and close above that 10 EMA. And so we got, we entered in above this one. This one was just a really large one with all this volume. And that's actually probably why I exited this trade really, really fast. So Calvin, anybody else who took the setup with him on the live, they did a very similar entry to him and stop loss. I put my stop loss, I think, maybe a little lower than his, and it got triggered in. So there's two reasons why I actually exited really fast, because I noticed this candle again with this bear volume. We did take out, we had a similar thing happen here. We took out that volume, but it was kind of like a fake out. I was like, it's very possible that could happen again. And as I was seeing price kind of like do this, on this candle, it was just struggling. I was like, I don't quite, I don't like that. That's not, this is a candle we're going to have to deal with. I don't think that we're going to be able to do it. Price has come up here, 1, 2, the bulls have really been trying to get past this level and it just hasn't happened. And I'm like, that many times, maybe, sure, yeah, it could happen here finally. But if it doesn't, I don't want to take another loss. So I ended up getting out. And plus I had to leave like right around this time. I had this trade placed, walked away. And when I realized, no, I'm going to have to leave, I came back to try to close it out before getting filled, but it was already filled. So I waited to see, if I could just get out in the green. And I think it closed right here or like right under or something. I forgot. So I got out and I'm very glad I did. This was crazy, that. So I was kind of thinking, even on this trade, I was thinking, then we had this double top right here, Now I made another double top, kind of uglier looking one, but as you can see, price came back, retested the neckline, and it dumped. So I was kind of thinking this day it was going to be, well, up here, I thought we would come down to at least go back and touch the 50 EMA on the hourly chart. And so, let me move this daily, 10 EMA. So that's what happened. I had to leave. It came back. I was checking it on my phone to see what, price was doing. And yeah, it just did this. So now we're price is under that hourly 50 EMA, that pink line. So now I'm able to look for shorts, but this is all craziness. price could come down here and we can get a little 10 EMA setup where we have a bull candle opening and closing right below it. But, you know, it's not worth it at this time for me to take a trade. Like, this line marks where I'd have to get out of a trade in Apex. And I just, you know, I don't know what could happen here. And that I never really take a trade this late like that. So had a loss, but it wasn't super bad. I also did not risk a full $250. So it was less than that I took. So this really wasn't bad, too bad of a loss. I'm so glad I got out of this one. I'm glad I listened to my gut, and I'm glad that my schedule did not allow for me to just really sit here. But there's a very good chance I would have canceled it because I just did not like, didn't like the setup. I really didn't. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you traded today if you did. I'll see you on the next one.